We are reading from.
Um, I just wanted to ask you one thing, Shilpaji. Can you make it a little bigger? Because when we see it appears quite, so can you please increase the font on your side? Because yeah. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
So we are reading from chapter 16, Divine and Demoniac. We are on text 10. Kamam ashritya dushpuram dambamanamadhanvitaha mohad grihitva sadgrahan pravartante ashuchivrataha. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Taking shelter of insatiable lust and absorbed in the conceit of pride and false prestige, the demoniac, thus illusioned, are always sworn to unclean work, attracted by the impermanent. The demoniac mentality is described here. The demons have no satiation for their lust. They will go on increasing and increasing their insatiable desires for material enjoyment. So we know, like Ravan was one of them, Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu, the whole world was so fearful of him. He would raise his eyebrows and even Lord Indra would shiver. But because his one son, Prahlad Maharaj, was not saying that, oh, Hiranyakashipu, that Vishnu is more powerful than you. That's what Prahlad Maharaj would say. He would say to his father, my dear father, you're not the most powerful. God is more powerful than you. So he wanted to kill Prahlad. So imagine he was ruling over everyone. One little boy was, defying his authority, whereas all the people of the universe were bowing down to him. He did not care for that, but he wanted this boy also should bow down to me. So lust is like that. No matter how much we have, we want to have more and more. We are not satisfied with what we have. So that is a demoniac quality. So we should try to look within ourselves also. How much of this lust I have? How can I control it? So lust is usually, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, that when we are thinking of something, when we are thinking of some object, that's when we get attached to the idea that I should have this. And then the more we think of it, then we have this strong desire that, no, I must get it. And then we will actually do all our endeavors to get it. It could be something simple, like eating, something that we want to eat, or it could be anything, or something we want to buy. But that's the process. We see something, or we hear something, or we think of something, and the more we think of it, we will get attached to it, and then we will actually want to get it. So although they are full of anxieties on account of accepting non-permanent things, they still continue to engage in such activities out of illusion. So we can see, no matter how much anxiety we are, we still want to get more things. We feel the more we have, the more happier we'll be. We think, no, I need this. It's a necessity for me. More and more things are becoming our necessities now, And so most of our energy goes in that, in accumulating more and more things. So we have to see. They have no knowledge and cannot tell that they're heading the wrong way. Accepting non-permanent things, such demoniac people create their own God, create their own hymns, and chant accordingly. Now, the whole modern civilization is based on this principle that we should have more. If we have more, then we will enjoy more, and there is no God. Everything we are doing is based on our own effort, But that is demoniac mentality. The result is that they become more and more attracted to two things: sex enjoyment and accumulation of material wealth. The word ashuchi vrata, unclean vows, is very significant in this connection. But somebody might say, what's harm? What's harm to get more and more attached to sex enjoyment and more accumulation of wealth? Why shouldn't I get rich? Sure, get rich, no problem. But then also hear and chant about Hare Krishna. remember that everything is given to us by God, that He is giving us the intelligence, the energy, the capability to, by His word, mercy, we are able to do the work. There is no harm in earning more and more money. We can, but give the credit where it's due. And then with our result, support the Krishna consciousness movement. So the word Ashuchi Vrata and sex enjoyment, sure, engage in it with your, but make it legal, be married, you know. The word Ashuchi Vrata, unclean vows, is very significant in this connection. Such demoniac people are only attracted by wine, women, gambling, and meat eating. Those are their Ashuchi, unclean habits. So this is Kali Yuga, that meat eating, illicit sex, gambling, and intoxication. Induced by pride and false prestige, they create some principles of religion which are not approved by the Vedic injunctions. Although such demoniac people are most abominable in the world, by artificial means, the world creates a false honor for them. Although they are gliding toward hell, they consider themselves very much advanced. So we can see that there are so many people we idolize right now. We are so crazy that we want to know more and more about these people. But we are not seeing what actually are they following. Are they indulging a lot in drinking wine, intoxication, meat eating, illicit sex, and gambling? And then the more they do it, the more we want to follow them. We think, this is how it should be. This is modern society. This is how to become likable by everyone. So because in Kali Yuga, our consciousness is so much degraded that what is wrong, we are actually giving it the highest honor, you know, and the people who are teaching us become honest, become God conscious. Those people, we deride them. We say, no, this person, he doesn't know what he's talking. He's a fool. He does not know how to enjoy life. But in fact, those are the people who actually want the good for us, because they know that this life is not a permanent life that we have in this body. One day we have to give up this body and take up another body. So the devotees are always telling us, anyway, you have to give up this body. Act in such a way that your next body will be a spiritual body. Is that okay?
Yes.
Any questions or comments? No?
No, all good.
All good. Then maybe we can stop here.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hari Hari.